Yeah, it is.
Okay, here we go.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we are. This is GMS Salt. All right. Before we start this video, we give all praises to our power.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
We say double honors to the apostles and elders, Grand Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right. We're gonna go through the spirit. We're gonna touch on the mark of the beast. All right, and Lord willing, this video is edifying.
Hey, so you know, we're gonna go through the spirit, but hopefully it won't be too long because we probably got like 75% on the laptop. I forgot my charger at the house, but Lord willing, we can get through this. So basically, what happened maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, Brother Kodash sent something to the group chat, and you know, we've been constantly talking this mark of the beast. We've been pushing these prophecies, letting the people know that the mark of the beast is coming to pass. And we put a link in the description box for this. But nonetheless, actually, if you want to pull that up and then we can show it to the camera, the video, because we need you brothers and sisters to see this video so that you can understand what we're talking about. So if you want to just you can put it as close as you can to the camera, like turn it sideways or something. All the way up in this.
Hallo.
Hi. Ist doch bestimmt Veganerin. Aber die hat doch was machen lassen. Stimmt. Die einzige Baufinanzierung, die unter die Haut geht.
It's in German, and I can tell you what it is.
Eine Karte von Germans gesehen. Ah ja, das ist ja preislich. Die muss doch vorladen. Sollte das doch niemals machen.
Hallo.
Hi. Ist doch bestimmt Veganerin. Aber die hat doch was machen lassen. Stimmt. Die einzige Baufinanzierung, die unter die Haut geht.
Wow. Hey, so you've seen the video clip. Like I said, we put the link in the description box. But that video clip, it shows two transgenders, all right, men dressed in women's clothing, all right. They're standing outside, and basically at first they're just talking about like gardening and flamingos in the garden and bullshit like that as they're casually talking. But then they say, as they see the woman come up, they say hi to her, and then they said she had something done, meaning like she had some type of surgery or work done, all right, because, and the pun is that they're transgenders, and a lot of times they get things surgically done, like removing their penises and taking testosterone pills and all of that, and estrogen pills. You know, all of that kind of stuff. So basically, like she had something done, and so they said certainly she had something done. She put her hand up to the door, and she was able to access her house from her hand. Okay, and so when the brother sent me there, I was like, "Damn, bro, it's getting real out here," you know. And so on the link, what did it say they get? What did they say they get extra when they do the financing? He's just gonna read it for you.
It says, put an NFC implant in your hand and open your front door without a key. Offer until end of the year. Complete home financing at Sparta Bank Berlin and get 2 NFC implants and accessories for free.
You see that, man? So it said if you it's an offer going on to the end of the year. If you finance with this bank, you're able to be able to get 2 of those 2 implants for free. So not only are they giving you, they're doing this shit like a buy one get one, because if you got 2 of those, you're gonna want 2 for your children as well to be able to access the house. You know, so that's why they say get 2, mom and dad, and then you gotta pay for these other 2 for your children.
And it says the only home financing to get under your skin.
And that's what it said in German when you saw the hand that we be showing, like the skeleton hand. It said that the only home finance is where you can get implanting under your skin. You know, so that's how you know they're pushing this agenda for wickedness, man. And they're doing it overseas right now in Germany and Sweden and these other countries. But hey, this is all coming to America very soon, man. All right, so we can just who got Revelation? You got Revelation? We can go ahead and read that, brother.
13 and 16.
This
is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Salakia. So read the first sentence again.
Revelations 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Right. So small and great, that's twofold. Small and great is those who are rich in society and those who are not rich. But that also goes to those adults and children. That's what that small and great applies to. So that the brother said you get 2 for free and accessories. So they're going to get the 2 for free, but they're also going to get the small. They're going to get those children to take that chip as well. All right. And you said, was the second one rich and bond, free and bond?
Rich and poor.
Rich and poor. So those they're using it now for a financing type of thing, but you're gonna have homeless people end up getting this chip, man. Homeless people are going to get it a lot quicker than other people will, if you really think about it, because they were like, hey, if you come get this chip, we can give you this food, or they'll go to a soup kitchen, and they were like, hey, in order to get the food at the soup kitchen, all you got to do is get this chip and you can swipe your hand.
And not only that, they can offer you a whole new life.
You know what
I'm saying? Like, if their credit was bad, or if they had certain situations that happen in this world, in this life, with this identity, they can give them a brand new identity. You know what I'm saying? Give them excellent credit. You know what I'm saying? Help them get into an apartment or whatever. Man, that's hard to turn down if you living off the flesh.
Yeah. And there are some homeless people who want to be homeless by choice, but you see all those like panhandlers and stuff out there. We down here in Florida. Every damn street and freeway you turn on, it's another person on the corner with a sign, saying, and telling their situation. I'm falling on bad times. Help me out. Anything help. Hey, them poor people gonna be taking that market of beast too. And they're starting with they didn't start with somebody who was super elite and had a whole lot of money. They did somebody who's your average home buyer, because what they say what the American dream is, all right, to get you a home. All right, so they're using people with a home buyer, and then they use the woman in that. They use transgenders and they use the woman, because who are the main people who be talking about getting a house? The woman. The man is for the most part, unless he knows he needs to expand for the sake of getting room for his family, a man is pretty content with his dwelling space. But the woman be like, hey, baby, we need to get a house. We need to get a house. Yeah, brothers want houses too, so I'm not knocking that. But they're using your average home buyer in order to access your mind state on getting this chip. Okay? But you can continue, brother.
It says, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
It said free and bond. So the people on the outside, the people in prison, hey, they're going to definitely be using the people in prison to get this chip, man.
If you want to get released early from prison, take this chip.
Mm-hmm. You get released early. You can get your parole can get quicker. And they even have government programs inside prisons which facilitate for schooling and work. You can get work benefits. So they can be like, hey, if you get this chip, you can work, and this is how you can get all your payments. You can do your commissary now straight through your chip. If any brothers ever know somebody that's been in jail before, you can put money on their books. All right, you can put money on their commissary. So now they're able to make purchases straight from their hand. They don't need to worry about going in and dealing with stuff like that anymore, man. Dealing with the system, even the officers in there gonna be like, what you got for me? They're gonna be able to scan them, they commissary right with their hand and stuff like that, man.
And somebody that's on house arrest, they're gonna throw away them ankle monitors and use the RFID chip.
That's right, brother. That's a good one.
Wi-Fi is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Wi-Fi is everywhere, and 5G is gonna be pretty much everywhere soon. If it's not already.
It's already bumping out there. I recently applied for this job, and it was like at one of the phone carriers. And one of the things that they offer, if you look like on the top tabs of the things that they offer, the last one said 5G. So they're pushing that 5G agenda right with this, man. And that's why Esau is pushing this at a full force right now, man.
I switched from Sprint and bought an iPhone for AT&T, and it automatically came with 5G. I didn't even ask for it.
Yep. See, they throwing it, and that's how you get the few. You get a few people like, oh, well, we gave them this for free. So when it's time to charge people, time to mandate it, most people will already be secure with it because it'll be a norm by then. Such and such got 5G, or such and such got a chip in their hand. Hey, they can get in their house with ease. That lady got in her house so easy. Walked right up. She had on her workout clothes. You know what I'm saying? Just got done from a jog or something. She didn't need to carry her keys. Hey, go ahead. She popped right in. And so it said they shall put them in what parts of their body, brother?
In their right hand or in their forehead.
Hey, and see, what they'll try to do is to try to get away from prophecy. If I'm not mistaken, she put her left hand up to the door. So that's what they'll try to do. They'll try to say, see, look, that's not the mark of the beast. She got it in her left hand. Even on the hand that they showed, it was the left hand. You know, but you can get that in any part of your body, man. You can get it in your ass cheek. You can put it in your toe. You can put it in the back of your knee. It don't matter, man. But the point is, you know, when I forget the name of the guy who first created the chip. Apostle Tahar put a video up of it. But the guy said the parts of your forehead and your right hand, they constantly create the most heat throughout your body. And that's why the scriptures say that's where it's going to be, because it's easier for that chip to line up with your tissue in your body, you know, using those body parts.
That's why when you go to like most clinics or whatever, they take your blood pressure from your right arm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, brother. But go ahead.
All right, Revelations 13 and 17 it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
And I want to say, but actually before that, and that's why they're using these transgenders, because right now transgenderism, you know, transgenderism is like, it's trendy, so to speak. You know, everybody thinks it's, even if you're not a sodomite, they have what they call allies. All right, so people that everybody's being comfortable with you being who you are. You know, and that's it. Can you give me Isaiah 3 and 9, Dr. Bashar? You know, those are clearly transgenders. They've had the brother sent them a video the other day about transgenders showing a transgender showed his crotch to children at a library.
Wow.
And no, you got it, brother.
Transgender, he was like dressed up as a clown, and he was like dancing in front of children. You know, parents actually let a transgender, you know, like dance in front of their children, and when he like did a split and got up, they started clapping for him.
That's ridiculous. And those parents willfully take their children to those events because they say they want their children to be exposed to those things so they don't be biased. It's basically like a generation of people raising their kids not to be racist, so to speak. So they want to instead of putting them around all black people, they put them around gays. You know, and that's problematic, man. What makes you think it's okay for a grown ass man, this dude muscle bound in there with a damn dress and a wig on, and you got him showing his damn rod to children, man? That's a problem, man. And these parents are like, yeah, we're gonna take him so he'll get it. And nobody said anything. Everybody thought he was cool, no big deal. Then they had another tranny in there with his thighs out, with a damn leotard on. You know, just talking to these kids, reading about homosexuality and being okay with that. That's not all right, man.
Now it's in school when he got sex education with the transgenders and all that.
This place is filthy, man.
And they make you do it.
Yep.
One Jake woman. I mean, she's not a woman, but she a girl. She got suspended from school because she ain't want to learn about that. So they forcing it on you.
You know, so now they're forcing it on the parents. They're forcing it on the children. They're forcing it on the society as a whole, and that's why, you know, they're pushing that agenda, man. They're pushing that agenda of filth. You know, people like to say, think Esau is about this. Esau is about everything that's against the Heavenly Father, man. All right, and so he's a filthy base. Job 30 said he's the basis of men. All right. So
they forcing it down your throat. It ain't pushing, they forcing it on you.
Force feeding it, man. They shoving it down your throats, right, man. Everywhere you turn, you see this homosexuality and transgenderism taking a different tone. So why wouldn't they use them to push the chip? All right, why wouldn't they use that as a pedestal to get it out there, man? All right. Oh, the transgenders are doing it. Oh, it's kind of cool, you know. And then not only that, hey, who's passing the most diseases around right now? Transgenders and bisexuals. All right, they're passing the diseases around like crazy. So all you got to do now, if you can get them to popularize this chip throughout the transgender community, those same transgender people are going to have sex with the dudes that are in the closet, and those dudes that are in the closet are going to have sex with their wives. And so it's the same thing goes for the chip mentality. You're going to say, hey, you know, hey, go ahead and get this chip. I got it. You want to date me? I got it. And they go and they tell their wives. It's a cycle, man. And that's why the scriptures say a man shall be a hiding place. Man, the Lord going to be a hiding place in the time of trouble, man. Because the wickedness that's going on right now is at an all-time high.
you know what? And I was just thinking that, man, if you would have asked people 20 years ago that these things would have been happening today, it would have seemed far fetched. It would have never believed you. It would have been like, yeah, I don't know about that, but we here today, and it's here. It's all around us, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
That's right. But if you think about it, you kind of like even like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, like you would see like like comedies, and they had the comedies and they'd be doing gay shit.
Right.
You know, then it progressed. Then it progressed from
because they wanted you to get used to it. Right.
That's that indoctrination, man. They try to make it seem like it's a light thing. You know, like it ain't no big deal. I remember even being in high school. So like they have what we call Spirit Week, and at the end of the Spirit Week, all the dudes dress like girls and all the girls dress like dudes. And this was, you know, I was in high school in 2004. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like it was no. Back then, it just seemed like it was harmless. But now, look at where that shit done turned into now, man. You know, they having Spirit Weeks, and then the fact that they call it Spirit Week.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do remember that.
Yeah, man. Yep. And so that's what they do. That's how you know it's vile spirits, man. They pushing that agenda, man. They use all of these methods in order to twerk and condemn your mind and change your mind and warp your mind to this wickedness, man. You know? But if you can go ahead and read that, Bible shot.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. The show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not.
That's right. They declared their sins as Sodom, man. All right? And so now they already had the homosexuality, transgenderism going at an all-time high, but now they're making the chip assimilate with transgenderism, okay? And they're making it seem like it's cool. You got these, and then them dudes is like Edomite sodomites too. You know what I'm saying? So what just like how Jake idolized the so-called white man in the regular world without being homosexuals, I guarantee the homosexual, the sodomite and transgender Jakes see the so-called white people like they're the so-called goddesses of the transgender world. You know, that's how they're going to look at it, man. They're doing it in Germany. This is what they do. And then when you do it overseas, what they say is foreign. You know, and they want to do what they do overseas. You know, they want to do it because they're doing it overseas. You know what I'm saying? And it says they read that again, Mark Michelle.
Hey, chill.
The show of their countenance doeth witness against them.
Chill.
And they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not.
It said it doth witness against them, man. All right? It's a witness on it. You know for a fact that those were sodomites in that. It was no second guessing it, man. After seeing them for 1 second, it said they hide it not, man. They're no longer ashamed of that. And even the statement that they made in there, when they said she had something done, it means she had some type of operation. So now that means they hide it not. They're letting you know that they had some type of operation, and now she has some type of operation. So they're making it seem like they're one and the same. You know, where they are one and the same, because the one and the same, the fact is they both are going to be doomed. All right, and Bar, can you get Revelation 14:9, Dr. Shaw? They're both going to be doomed. That's the only thing that they have in common. All right. But hey, you know, those the slight differences, and I say this with a very small grain of salt. If you're a homosexual, the Lord still does give you an opportunity to repent. That's the difference. But if you are taking that chip, there's no turning back from that. All right, you can't turn that back. You can't repent from that. Okay. Okay, so it
says, "Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves." You know, they are destroying their own selves, man, by being Sodom, man. You know, so the Lord is going to destroy them, man. They already got their reward, man, destruction.
They know, and they know deep down inside that's wrong what they're doing, man. You know, and especially for Jacob. But these Edomites, man, they have some kind of vendetta against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's why they worship Satan, the adversary. I mean, they got some kind of issue with the Most High, man, and the Most High finna come see them for that, man.
Right. Can I jump up real quick? Read verse 8.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, for Isaiah 3:8, for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory. You know, I did a video about You know, this place being spiritually Sodom. All right, because you had ASAP Rocky. You know, he was wearing he was wearing like some tight leggings of Calvin Klein posing. You had what you call it, Magic Johnson's. Yeah, you had Pharrell with the big ass yellow dress. You had EJ Johnson, which is Magic Johnson's son. He was in a damn blonde wig with a white dress. You know, so the men and women they changed. They, like it says in Romans, they changed their countenance. You know, men taking the estrogen pills, and women taking what's it called?
Testosterone.
Yeah, the testosterone pills, man. You know, that's how you know this place is completely upside down, man. You know, and the Lord, He's gonna bring uprightness back onto this place.
That was just like, remember you talking about 2004. Yes, you went to school. You know, in 2004, I just looked it up. That's when they came out with the movie White Chicks. Remember Marlon Wayne and the Wayans brothers? Yeah. See, they started all the way back. You know what I'm saying? Then slowly progressed. You had movies like White Chicks. You had movies like Scary Movies where they were doing gay shit.
Yeah, had to dig in his ear.
You see what I'm saying? Do you see where you at today?
Damn, that's right, brother. And don't think that this hasn't been. It's called predictive programming. You know, so they've been working on this for time. You know, Esau ain't no fool, man. You know, he can't just throw off a new world order. It's called a new world order. Okay, so it isn't something that's done overnight. You have to meticulously set out details and timelines in order to make it come to pass over time. But now he knows that the Lord is on his way back, so he's pushing it. All right, he's pushing it at all time high.
He is doing things decently and in order because the sodomite thing at first it was funny, but now it's serious. You know, it's considered somebody they got somebody, I think they went to jail, you know, for saying like it was something online because they were saying like all women get pregnant. They said no, all people get pregnant.
Wow.
You know, something like that. You know, so now at first it was a joke, you know, about being a sodomite, but now it's serious, man. You can go to jail for doing something like that.
Yep. They even have a commercial now where men are having periods. They got dudes walking around bleeding in the bed, walking with tampons hanging, like you see the tampon string hanging from their area. I don't even know what the fuck to say, you know, because they coming from their crotch. Right. But then they try to say, what if we, at the end of the commercial, a dude kissed a woman and said, what if we all had them? We don't. Period, man. You know, but they're pushing that agenda where men are being effeminized, all right, and women are being strengthened, so to speak. So everything is going out of place, man. All right, it says it is upside. It's turned upside down as the potter's clay. You know, you said you're about to get that.
Yeah.
Okay, come. You know, and so that's what's going on with this place, man. It's all types of filth and wickedness. So they're taking this chip and they're pushing it through wickedness. All right. Of course, the chip is not going to be pushed in. Nobody speaking uprightly. All right. As far as its wickedness, you know, everybody's going to take transgenderism, homosexuality. They're going to start using. They already said what was ID 2020 is talking about vaccinations. So they're using the hospitals. Everything about this chip is going to be used through the means of what people need and what people like and what's trending. You know. But go ahead, brother.
This Isaiah 29 and verse 16 says, "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, for shall the word say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding."
Mm-hmm. Hey, so that's ridiculous, man. And everything is turned upside down as the potter's clay. But these people out here, they say, hey, God didn't make me. I don't believe in God. He didn't do this. You know, I was born a woman on the inside. You know, God didn't make me like this. God made a mistake.
Man, those conversations are vexing, man.
Right. People actually believe that people was born gay.
Man, that's what they believe, man.
Man, the Heavenly Father don't make mistakes, man. All right, period. The Heavenly Father don't make no mistakes. Everything that happened, it happened as He saw fit, man. All right, do Isaiah 46 and 10. Can somebody get that Bible, Sean?
That'd be double. I mean, if the Lord really made you gay, that means He'd be contradicting Himself because He told you Not a man not to lie with a man, and a woman not to lie with a woman.
But see, the thing is, those people that are homosexual, he just didn't care about their spirits.
Right.
You know, he just gave them. He said in Romans the first chapter, he gave them over to a reprobate and vile spirit. So he didn't care about them. He threw them to the pits, to the pigs, so to speak, man. You know, he's like, I don't give a damn about you. That's why he says he got his chosen, his holy remnant set to the side, those that he care about. But all you other people, man, the shit that happened to you, so hey, to hell with you, man. You know? But 46:10.
Created you just to be destroyed.
That's it. You can get that too. Proverbs 16:4.
This Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure.
That's right. The Heavenly Father said his counsel gonna stand. He's gonna do all his pleasure, and the things have been declared from the beginning about what's gonna happen in these days, man. Hey, the Heavenly Father knew that we was gonna be sitting right here on this night doing this video, man. All right. He had all of this program from the very beginning, man. And so all you people that think the Heavenly Father making mistakes, hey, you bugged out. All right. You lack faith, you lack belief, and you have no knowledge of the Heavenly Father. Okay. A brother just wrote, Brian Adams on the comment board. He said, I know a nurse that confirmed a transgender with the period. Like what? You know a nurse that confirmed a transgender? That's how you know we're living in Babylon, bro. A transgender with a period. How the hell does that even happen? But they're popping these pills. They're getting these sex changes. You know. And so next thing you know, they're gonna have that chip. They're gonna take that chip. That transgender, hey, whenever you need to come get your new pills, you're gonna have this chip in order to get your pills. Don't you think they're gonna take it? Absolutely. I need my pills. I need my hormone pills. You know, they're gonna take it without a doubt.
I got a precept to back up what you brought out earlier, but this is Sirach, 33 verse 15. It says, I'm gonna start at 13. It says, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. So the Most High created all these things for his pleasure. Okay, but verse 14 it says, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner. Okay, and the sinner against the godly. Okay, that's the elect of Yasha'Allah against the whole world. Okay, against the 2/3 of our own people, and against the whole world. Because the Most High created the godly to rebuke the wicked, man. Because the wicked try to go totally against what the Most High has created. Okay, and what the Most High has established. And it says, verse 15, so look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. Okay, the Most High didn't make no alternative sex. Okay, he didn't make no other option. He made man and he made woman. Okay, he made good and he made evil. Okay, the Most High made everything 2 and 2, man. But Esau feel like, nah, we need more options. For what? All you're gonna find after that is error.
I need adding more options, man. You know why? Why add on something? Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Why have add-ons? Why do extra? You know, a penis fits into a vagina perfectly fine, man.
But see, but you know, when anything that you do outside the Most High, anything that you do outside of what the Most High created, that's why when they do have when they become transgenders or whatever, they got to take medications to have their body like maintained that way. You know what I mean, like, because the body wants to go back to what it naturally is. Okay, if you're a man and you try to transform yourself to a woman, the body is gonna constantly try to put itself back to a man's DNA structure. I mean, so the body is gonna naturally fight whatever you're trying to do to it.
And that's why I mentioned this a little while ago. It's something out right now where a lot of the homosexual and transgender community are wishing that they wouldn't have had their sex changes. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But
a lot of them commit suicide.
Yep.
It was like a little boy on a picture.
I saw like a video on it. I saw a video. It was like this lady, sex. Let me see if I can
And in the 1970s, it was known as a mental disorder.
It's called detransitioning. Detransition. Let me see.
Salakia, let me. I just want to add this to it because on Sunday I mentioned to Yakim that Esau knows that we have spiritual bodies. Okay, and one of the examples that he knows of is that he knows the brain doesn't contain any memory. He says the brain, there's documents out there that states that he knows the brain is just a conductor, okay, to your spirit body. So they know that your brain doesn't hold any memory. So that's why the chip works the same way. The chip is a conductor to your body, man, and then the mind is your brain is a conductor to the spirit world. So if the Most High created you to be a man in the spirit world, the flesh is going to manifest that.
And that's what people ask: do spirits have sexes? Technically, yes. That's Yahweh is technically he's a spirit, all right, but he comes in the spirit of a man. All right, so your spirit does have a sex. Okay? Because it speaks about the Ancient of Days did sit, and he's a man. He said he has made man in his own image, and it constantly says he's called a father, all right? And you read John 4:25, I believe it says the Most High is a spirit. All right, so that's how you know your spirit has sex, has not literal sex, but has a gender,
and that's why the Most High had it written in Jeremiah before I formed you in the womb, I knew thee. Mm-hmm. I mean, so because everything is spiritual,
right, brother.
And Esau knows that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had an article, but you can go ahead and bring yours out. So this is just an article. It's from Independent. So this is a UK article, but nonetheless, it applies here too, because I can't find the one I was looking for. But it says gender reversal. Oh, this is by Olivia Petter, Tuesday, October 3rd. All right, this says 2017, but I know it's one that occurred recently as well. But it says gender reversal surgery is more in demand than ever. All right, gender reassignment surgery has been available on the NHS for more than 17 years. It's a treatment for those experiencing gender dysphoria, whereby a person recognizes the discrepancy between their biological sex and their gender identity. Gender identity clinics are in place throughout the UK to provide support to those feeling distressed by the condition. But what happens when a trans person undergoes surgery and later decides to revert back to their original gender? You should have never fucking changed in the first place, man. All right? And the real talk, that's your spirit telling you that something was wrong with the change that you made, man. And you had that feeling before you even got it done in the first place. All right, because the thing is, even growing up, you know, when you like about to walk into a space you're supposed to be in, you had that weird gut feeling like, shit, I ain't supposed to be here, I need to leave. The spirit, the Lord, even you damn Edomites, the Lord probably had that gut feeling walking in like you ain't supposed to do that shit. But and what you do, you go ahead and do it anyway, man, because the Lord using you to push wickedness.
And the Lord will always give you an out.
Yep.
Yeah, and everybody knows that.
Especially the elect. He said he knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation. You know? But you can go ahead and bring yours out, brother. Let me see if I can find out.
All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse 30. It says, but as for the Most High, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord Yahweh is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. All right, see, the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai is already perfect, man. All right, so if he was born to be a man, you know, that's how it's supposed to be. If he was born to be a woman, that's how it's supposed to be. All right, but like the scripture just said, you know, the word of the Lord is being tried, man. All right, you got Esau, you know, and you got our people, you know, they saying that, you know, that you can be born a homosexual, or you can be born a sodomite. You know, the words of the Lord is being tried day by day, man. All right, but that's why we gotta have faith in the Lord, man. You know, he's our safety, man. All right, and all like the scripture says in Jeremiah, you know, all these philosophies, you know, the Lord's word, he breaks down all the rocks, man. You know?
I got another quick article that I found. This one is from February 2019. It's from USAtoday.com. It says, hormone surgery regret. I was a transgender woman for 8 years, time that I can't get back. It says, at first I was giddy for a fresh start, but hormones and sex change, genital surgery couldn't solve the underlying issues driving my gender dysphoria. So it's two parts that I want to get here. The first one says, and shit crazy, right? It says, I started my transgender journey as a 4-year-old boy when my grandmother repeatedly over several years cross-dressed me in full-length purple dress she made especially for me and told me how pretty I was as a girl. So that's your first problem, man, with you damn parents, man. Okay? It's a little boy came out recently. The dad is like, I don't know if y'all heard that story. The mom is trying to turn him into a transgender, and the dad hell no. You know, and that's the problem, and that's another reason why letting these women lead, man. You see what they're trying to do to these children, what they're trying to do to these little boys. He said my grandma was dressing me as a damn girl and telling me how cute I was.
And the man got no say so.
No say so, man.
And you know what? I'm gonna double down on that because there's a gay woman who I work with, and she spoke about her nephew. And as she was talking about her nephew, I'm thinking her nephew was like a regular boy, whatever. But then she mentioned something one day within her story that, oh, I'm gonna buy this dress for my nephew or something. I'm like, huh? What you talking about?
Right.
And she basically told me that, that her nephew wears dresses and stuff like that. I'm like, it's a young boy. Like, what y'all doing?
You supposed to tell his ass no. If a boy hanging around his mama and he see her putting on makeup and he run up in there and put some damn makeup on, you supposed to say, hell no, that's not for you. Get your ass out of here. Or if you put on a dress, no, you take that off. You supposed to address that immediately. But no, they were like, oh yeah, you look cute. You know, they'll approve of it. You know. But it said, continuing on, it says, this planted the seed of gender confusion and led to my transitioning at age 42 to transgender female. All right, so this next part, real quick, it says, I lived as Laura for 8 years, but as I know now, transitioning doesn't fix the underlying ailments. Studies show that most people who want to live as the opposite sex have other psychological issues, such as depression or anxiety. In my case, I was diagnosed at age 40 with gender dysphoria and at age 50 with psychological issues due to childhood trauma. You see, so they let you know a lot of that wickedness is taught learned behavior, man. You know, they go off and they see something, they continue to keep doing it. But nonetheless, you wicked as Edomites, y'all wicked from the youth. Psalms 58:3. You know, it said they be as soon as they be born speaking lies, man. They come out with that wickedness on their tongues, man. You know, but this is a problem that we're living with. So, you know, I know the main part is not about the transgenderism, but the fact is they're making transgenderism popular, and they're using that to push this chip, and they're using home buyers to push this chip. All right. But was you holding the scripture, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. You know, these people think, it's okay to be a homosexual, it's okay to be a transgender. All right, but that's gonna lead you to death. You know, physically. All right, you can get AIDS, you can get all type of diseases from, sticking your rod up in a man's anus. You read that again. All right, Proverbs 16:25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
That's even like taking the chip. You know, taking that chip, it seems right. You know, it seems convenient. You know, you can get inside your house easy. You know, you can access your bank account. You know, but it says that leads to death, man. You know, so you got to think of the ways of Yahweh Shemiah Shah. You know, not the ways of yourself, man. All right, we got a God. Our God is the Lord. You know, we can't lean on our own understanding. I got it myself too. This is Revelation chapter 18 and I'm starting at 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. You know, so we got to come out of the ways of America, man. All right, you don't want to be partakers of the plagues that's coming to America. You know, just like the fire that's in California. You know, that's soon to come to all of America. You know, at a greater than what it is now. All right, the Lord, He just bringing a little preview.
All right, and ultimately, you know that even though that those are things that we got to do, but that's that deliverance call. That's what we're going to hear from the heavens. You know, when the Lord willing with us men, we're going to hear those words being spoken and come out come out of Babylon. But we got to come out of that physically. You know, we got to stop following the ways of this place, because one of the things they're going to push forward is that chip, man. And so what you going to do, man? You gonna follow Yahweh Shem Shai, or you gonna follow your flesh? That's really what this all comes. This whole walk, besides the belief, the fear of the Lord, and the belief and faith in Yahweh Shai, it comes down to what you gonna do, man. You gonna follow the Lord in righteousness, or you gonna follow your flesh in wickedness? That's really what this battle all comes down to. All right, because it says the flesh does entangle itself with the spirit, you know, and the flesh is weak, but the spirit indeed is willing. You know, that's what this all comes down to. But go ahead, brother.
In verse 5, it says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities." All right, the Lord, he knows everything that's going on here, man. All right, via his angels, man. His angels are constantly sending him, you know, the filth that's going on here. All right, the Lord, he knows every spirit that's on this earth, man. He's going to judge every spirit accordingly, man. And the sins of America, man, you can see it by looking at the news, transgenderism. All right, the fact that it's considered a hate crime, you know, to say something to call a transgender man a man, that's considered a hate crime, you know. So you know the sins of America has gone to an all-time high, man. You know, it's about time for this place to be destroyed, man.
I got a scripture from the comment board. Zayah 144K Yasha Allah. He put Deuteronomy 23:1. He that is wounded in the stones or hath his privy member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Hey, that's straight right there. So hey, all that fucking detransition and shit, it's over for you, bro. They said you ain't gonna enter into the congregation, man. You because the Lord, man. Hey, Dave Chappelle said it best. He said, "Hey, you know what? Regardless of what's going on with you transgender people, you men that change over from men to women," he said, "I believe you, and I believe you're serious." He said, "Because you got to be a hell of a man to rip off your dick and throw it away and say, I don't need this." So he said, "I believe that you're serious and that you're sincere." And that's real, man. Why would you know, besides our minds, that's the thing that a man don't want to be deprived of. You know what I'm saying? So for you to cut that off, hey, the Lord said, "Hey, you ain't give one of my greatest gifts to you. All right, I'm gonna destroy you for that, man. You know, you ain't gonna enter into that congregation, man. You like a damn heathen right now. You know."
Precept, man. I know this is not 100% pertaining to the topic, but it is. This is Matthew 6 verse 24. It says, "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. He cannot serve the Most High and mammon." You know, you could also apply that to the flesh or the spirit. Okay, you can't love both of them. You gotta love one of them. You gotta choose one. Okay, either you're gonna choose the spirit or you're gonna choose the flesh. Okay, but those who are in the world, they're gonna choose to serve the flesh, and they're gonna be destroyed by it. They're not trying to serve the spirit, and they're not trying to receive life.
And you're choosing the Heavenly Father or the chip or Esau. You know,
and serving the flesh.
That's right.
That's serving mammon, getting that chip.
Right, buy or sell.
Fucking just so you can fucking open your house, man. That was the simple. And in real talk, that shit's simple as fuck. You know, like at least look. Of course, there's no ramification for you taking the chip, but at least they could have made a commercial where it's fucking you out here starving, your family starving, and then you take the chip. That would have been more, I just be able to open my fucking door? Come on, bro. You that fucking lazy.
Listen, bro, I had no problem using the key.
Right? It wasn't that big of a deal, bro. You know what I'm saying? They could at least make the commercial better. You know how like Edomites always drop the key when it's a scary movie going on and shit? They could have made it like that. She was running or something, and one lady dropped the key and the other lady just got in her shit. They could have did something like that.
Like, damn. I was about to grab her, but she opened up the door. Yeah, man, had it like that.
Hey, but you see, if that's a commercial, that was just one of the first commercials. So imagine the shit they about to create, man. That's low level. That was low level German shit. Wait till America get their hands on a commercial.
These people, they have to understand this chip technology. That's a old. It's been in the works, man. Esau has had 20 plus years to figure all of this out. When they show it to you, it's old. It's nothing new. And they have documents. See, they don't tell you directly that they're working on it. Just like I was telling you about the documents that I was reading about, how they know about the spirit body, they know about the light body, they know that the body holds memory, or your cells hold memory, okay? But your memory don't rest there. They understand all these things, so that goes hand in hand. But they're not going to tell you up front, oh yeah, this is all about the chip. They're not going to tell you about that, because I actually ran into that article reading about stones and crystals and stuff like that, and vibrations. But I end up reading multiple articles stating how they understand how energy from the stones affects the body and such, and then they go deeper and deeper into radio frequency against the body. I'm like, hold on, I'm learning more than what I was looking for. These people, they've been on this. They know what they're getting ready to do.
It's just like they do with their guns. If you see their guns in a movie or something like that, that's old shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't released. They got something more advanced than that. Just like that robot we saw. They got one more advanced than that. If they showing that to the public, they got one more advanced than that. That's just a play around. Hey, show that to the people, You saw where they were at, like in the middle of a fucking desert.
And, I was reading the comments underneath that video saying, oh, that can't be real. That's CGI. I'm like, look, bro, this is Esau's last chance, bro. You think he playing? He bringing it all out. He know he going into captivity. He know he gonna serve 1,000 years, and he know he gonna be destroyed after that. You think he really playing?
Right, he going all out.
He going all out.
Go big or go home, bro. Yeah, he letting out all the arts in the arsenal.
Come on, man. See, people in the world, they small-minded, bro. They're in a bubble, man. They're in some kind of box, bro. Esau ain't playing, man. The Most High really gave Esau a certain portion of evil and wickedness, man. And he finna serve the Lord. He really finna serve the Lord, man. He really finna do what the Most High created him to do.
I was just gonna say, just like we, the men of the Lord, we going all out, for your how about Shimmy Al Shah, pushing out videos constantly every hour. That's the same way Esau. Esau is going all out to push his transgenderism, to push his chip. Esau, he's going all out on the left hand side, and we going all out on the right hand side.
Hey, Shalom Adawan and Shalom Shikam GMS Inquirer. I see y'all, brothers.
Shalom. I got a precept. This is John chapter 6 and verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profits nothing. You falling after this flesh, it profits nothing. I made a video last week that said the flesh equals death. Because your flesh, it just wants to commit wickedness. All right, your flesh gonna tell you, to take that RFID chip. Your flesh gonna, your flesh, is gonna say, it's your flesh when all hell is breaking loose, you're gonna want to take that chip because you don't have no water, you don't got no food. All right, but it says, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. And that's why these scriptures is so important. These scriptures is it's gonna give you wisdom and knowledge and wisdom and knowledge and
understanding.
Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding when all hell is breaking loose. Because your flesh, it's gonna lead you to death.
That's right, brother. This brother Kodash is getting the video again because we got some more brothers tuning in, so we want to show y'all the basics by the title from our video. We showed the clip already, but the brother's about to show it one more time.
Sag mal, hast du schon die Karte von Germans gesehen? Ja, das ist ja meistens. Die muss ich vorher das doch niemals machen.
Hallo.
Hi. Bist doch bestimmt Veganer. Ich würde ja doch was machen lassen. Stimmt. Die einzige Baufinanzierung, die unter die Haut
They got the hand and everything, bro. That's how you know, too. That's how you know Esau put this shit right in your face, man. So that was a German commercial for pushing the chip. So this lady just walked into her house and had the chip in her hand, man. Like it was no big deal, The brother Shikam GMS Inquirer early put out a scripture. He put out two scriptures. Sirach 10 and 9. It says, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because he liveth while he cast away his bowels. That's right, man. Hey, Does the scriptures not say you sell your soul, but you gain the world and sell your soul, man? You know, that's what people will do, man. That's what Jake will do, man. In a heartbeat, okay? And Esau's proud for what, man? Esau's proud to only bring himself to destruction and bring himself to naught. You know, the brother brought out. Oh, he had the scripture, Mark 8:36. That's spirit. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul, man? What's that going to profit you? To gain the world and lose your soul, man? Because ultimately, this is not going to be. It's not going to be helpful for you. This chip is only. That's the thing about this world. That's the thing about everything that Esau provides. It's all temporary, man. It's all temporary. Okay, we're looking for a permanent solution to a temporary problem, man. Okay, but you people are only looking for temporary. You're looking for temporary solutions. Okay, just so you can eat for one day, man. You know, we trying to eat forever,
and they're not gonna eat it with gladness because they know what they did just to get it.
That's why John 6:3 it says, "The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life."
That's right. That's right, bro. Can we go back to Revelation 13 though? We don't got to do it too much longer.
Yeah, we got Revelation 14.
Yeah, we did.
13 and we want to read 16 again or?
Yeah, let me get this precept real quick from Brother Shakam. It said Revelation 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And so, hey, this beast system, man, the EU, NATO, everything Esau is pushing, his agenda, his philosophies, all right, the false prophet, the Roman Catholic Church, hey, everything about them is about to be destroyed in thermonuclear destruction, man. All right, everybody who take that chip is about to be destroyed in thermonuclear destruction, man. We're talking about the worst death that anybody has experienced, man. All right, this is we're talking about a spiritual burn, man. You know, and that's what's coming to pass on these people, man.
You can go for prophets, so-called prophets in Israel. You know, you got like ISUPK. You know, they are deceiving the people. You know, to take the chip, saying it's Christianity. You know, you got priests of I don't say priest, but Sabat. You know, he being double-minded. You know, so these are all false prophets, man.
They're taking that chip lightly, man.
Yeah.
They're taking that chip lightly, man, and that's your biggest flaw. It's like underestimating your opponent. You know, that's the biggest mistake you can make, man. They're underestimating the power that this chip is about to do, and the destruction that it's about to do to the people, man. And more so, not only you underestimate your opponent, you're underestimating your power. Because now, in turn, you're saying that the Heavenly Father is not going to destroy you from it. All right?
Because the Lord says, fear the Lord. So if you ain't pushing out that chip, then you obviously you don't fear the Lord. You don't fear his power.
Mm-hmm. Brother said chip equals slavery. That's it, man. You became a slave. That chip is, you're literally going to be a slave. You're like, we're already slaves, but you're going to be a slave upon a slave, man. Your master's going to know where you at, what you're doing, what you're eating, who you with, how many times a day you shit. They're going to know all of that, man. That's a slave.
Control your emotions.
Yeah, control your emotions, your mind, what you believe in. You know?
It really does. Well, it kind of says that because in the word charagma, it says a brand marked upon horses. And when a horse get that brand, cows get it too. I ride and you see the numbers on the cows. You know, that's slavery.
Yeah, man.
You know,
yeah, they show ownership.
Right. And they show you in that movie Upgrade. You know, once the dude got the chip, you remember when they had turned him off.
Right. Because he's handicapped.
Right. Because he was handicapped.
Right.
He was wrong with the car. He was in a car accident. And then he was like handicapped. But once he had got the chip in his forehead, then he was able to move, be able to do anything he wanted. But then they turned the chip off, and then it was like pretty much like a computer had a virus. You know what I'm saying? And then his computer crashed. Yeah, that's
crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I know you mentioned it a couple times. Check it out. But yeah, you can go ahead and read that one. For sure.
Revelation
13. You might as well read 16 and 17.
Revelations chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Hey, and that's why, let me see if I can find that scripture real quick, because that buying and selling the food, you're believing in Esau's system, because this is 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. It says, "Oh my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those days evils be as pilgrims upon the earth." All right, so it's a lot of things that's about to happen upon the face of the whole earth, man. And we're gonna be like pilgrims out here, man. We're gonna be trying to be moving to and fro. We're gonna be believing in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're gonna have faith that He's gonna feed us. Have faith that we not gonna have to take this chip to buy and sell, man. That He's gonna deliver us from the hour of temptation. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
All right, Kazai stigma, and it said, "Here is wisdom." But it says, "Him that hath understanding." Okay, so that's how you know he that has wisdom. That's how you know these other camps don't got wisdom, because they don't understand they don't understand Karagma. They don't understand Kazai stigma. They don't understand Yahushua. They don't know what he here about. They don't have wisdom, man. He has deprived 2/3 of our people of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, even if they think they got it. And that's the beauty of the Lord. He'll deprive your ass and make you think something that you really don't. It's like if I tell you, like, "Hey, bro, you got a water bottle in your hand," and you like, "Yeah, I got a water bottle in my hand," but your hand empty as hell. That's how the Lord got these other people, these false prophets thinking, man. So He says, hey, I'm gonna read that verse one more time. 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. "Oh my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." So He said, it's a battle coming, man. All right, it's a battle coming. It's evils coming, man. We're going to be pilgrims upon the earth in the time of evils, in the time of battles, man. All right, we can read Revelation 14, and then we can wrap it up after that, unless you brothers got anything.
14 and 9.
14 and 9. And real quick, Shakam GMS inquired early. He said, connected to the Internet of Things, they'll know everything. That's right. Because right now, our system, the brothers and I were just talking about how Esau know everything about us. He know our names. He know where we stay. He knows social security numbers. He know our shoe size. He know all that shit already. So wait until you truly tapped into the system. All right? Wait until you're literally a part of the system. Now, it's over, man. All right? Khan, 1 Kings 17 and 4. "And it shall be, thou shalt drink of the brook. I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there." That was talking about Elijah. The Lord had the ravens feed Elijah, man. That got to be based on faith. And he had a brook that filled up with water every day, man. That got to be based on faith. Yeah, but can you imagine that, man? You sitting somewhere and you wonder how you going to eat every day, a bird bringing you food, bro? Your little thing of water is every day is filling up with water every day, man. That's the faith in the Lord, man. And people that are going to have that are going to take that chip. Go ahead, brother. 14 and 9.
This is Revelation 14 and verse 9. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb."
Right, there's no coming back from taking the mark of the beast, man. All right, you take the mark of the beast, the Lord, he got a missile for you. All right, you can't take the chip and then pull it back out. Take the chip and then eat and then pull it back out. It doesn't work like that, man, because you already gave yourself over to Esau. The Lord, he's gonna give you a sore destruction, for taking that mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, the NFC chip, whatever chip that they put in your body, whatever they call it, it's the chip, man.
And that's how niggas do too. You just made a good point. Niggas are finesse, like, all right, I'll just get this meal, feed the family, and then I'll take the chips out. It don't work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You already imprinted now. You a slave already. So that just like how the mark of exemption is a spiritual mark, that mark that you took that's now the Lord knows is there. All right.
I don't think you can take it out because I don't it go inside
With your nerves and shit like that. Yeah, I think you can take it out. You can take it. Yeah, you know you can.
The longer it's been.
The longer it is, the harder it is to get out.
The way I look at it, that chip is gonna do more than. I mean, I believe if you after a while, once the body becomes adapted to it, I believe even if you take out that chip, you could just fall right then and there and die because it now your body no longer is it's no longer depending on the spiritual world to help it out, to help your body move around and stuff like that. You've been dependent on the chip now, and Esau controls that chip. You got to remember the chip is a conductor that connects you to their system. So now the system is going to start managing your whole body now. Now your spiritual self no longer is going to be doing that anymore.
It's like you being a computer.
Right.
Right.
And it's like a drug addict too. Right. You say for somebody do get that shit out, you might start going through withdrawal symptoms.
Right.
Your body might start shutting down and shit like that
because it don't know how to function anymore on its own.
Brother Adawan, Southern Kingdom Warrior, he also said the pilgrim equals stranger. That's right. We're gonna be like strangers in a foreign land. You know, trying to walking around, figuring out what's going on. You know, but having belief in the Lord that we're gonna be delivered, man. You know. Oh yeah, Khan. He said neither. I'll get this verse and then bring it out. Revelation 20. First, I'll read it. Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. That's right. Hey, it says we know the imaginations. How does it go? We know. Esau's devices. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Right, yeah.
You know, we ain't ignorant of your devices. We know what you up to, Esau. You ain't slick, man. All right? You ain't getting away with this, man. He tried to get away with murder like you have with years, but this time it's over for that, man. The Lord has lifted that veil off our eyes. Brother brought out Revelation 20:4. It says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. Right, so hey, we might have to get beheaded for this thing, but nonetheless, we're still going to have faith because the Lord said He's going to. We were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, for the word of the Most High, and the brother brought out neither in Greek is o, which means never. Or ow, which means never. That's right. So let's reread that in other words. It says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, never his image, never had received the mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. So never, man. So by them saying I took it out, it don't matter. That means you had to never take it, man. And you know, I can take it in and I can put it in and take it out. No, you never took it, man.
What was that?
Revelation 20:4, and right, that word for neither is never. You know? But yeah, man, so Esau's pushing his transgender agenda. He's pushing the chip. He's using home buys and transgender in Germany. But that's soon to come to America, man. You know, America don't know until it's at their doorstep, man. All right, and peace and safety, then sudden destruction is going to come upon you, man. All right, but you brothers got anything else you want to say?
Yeah, good.
All right, so hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the house of David, the elect. Until next time, never take that chip. Shalom.
Shalom.
That's great.
And the Lord said, thou shalt know.